That is what they are playing for. The Larry O'Brien Trophy will be on hand for the trophy presentation following the ball game. It has come down to the fourth quarter. The Knicks have outscored the Rockets in every fourth quarter this series, and John Starks has been the man. 16 of his 27 in Game 6 in the fourth quarter, although he did miss that final three-point attempt that would have won the series for the Knicks. But Hakeem Olajuwon jumping out got a piece of it. So this 1993-94 NBA season has come down to this. Rockets 63, the Knicks 60 as the fourth quarter gets underway. Sam Cassell, and a foul is called. Cassell is back out there along with Mario Elie. Foul on John Starks, and that is 4 on Starks.
Another indication of John's frustration, not being able to get it going offensively, just 1 for 8 from the field. And a foolish foul there, fouling Cassell, who normally doesn't shoot that middle distance jump shot very well, but does shoot his free throws extremely well. Olajuwon was not on the floor for the last 20, 30 seconds. He's missed a total of 1:15 in this ballgame, getting a rest. And while he's been out, the Knicks have outscored the Rockets 9-2. I don't think we're going to see Hakeem on the bench for a while.
Sam Cassell, who is an 84% free throw shooter, hitting on both. Rockets lead by 5. Harper and Starks at the guard. Ewing, Mason, Oakley up front. Ewing with the fake. Nice move by Patrick Ewing. He has 14. Rockets 65. The Knicks 62.
Olajuwon with 3 fouls there. Still left a pretty good cushion, but backed off on the Ewing jump hook.
Looked like Ewing got a piece of it. Cassell on the intercept. Cassell with the bucket. Charles Oakley's pass picked off by Sam Cassell. And the Rockets lead 67-62. Ewing with the screen for Harper. Oh, he rebounds. Pumps it down to Cassell. And a foul called on Harper. That's his third.
Charles Oakley securing this rebound, and with the one-hand pass, not able to bring it back. He knew he made a mistake right away as the alert defensive play by Sam Cassell not only picked it off, it knocked in the 2. It's going to be a 2-shot foul as Harper hit Cassell from the back on a clear path to the basket situation. There's nobody in front of Cassell, and Harper just trying to stop the play, whatever. But a good call by the trail official, Eddie Rush, who went right over to UM to tell him what he had.
Sam Cassell had that clear path to the basket, so he gets the 2. Remember, against the Phoenix Suns in game number 7, the rookie Sam Cassell came up very strong in the fourth quarter, 9 of his 22 in the fourth. And Cassell has had another strong game here. He has 11 points, and the Rockets have matched their biggest lead of the night. They're up by 7. A minute 20 gone by on the fourth. Cassell all over Harper. Ewing played by Olajuwon. Off the fake, Patrick Ewing has turned it around in the second half. He now has 16 points in all. Rockets 69. And the Knicks 64. They double up on Cassell. Herrera now picked up by Ewing. And Herrera stripped, lost it. It'll be Nick Ball.
Well, Patrick Ewing starting to feel it right now. Sees that no double team is coming. Little hesitation dribble. The long step and the pump fake to get away and clear himself from the tough defense of Olajuwon.
Charles Smith has come on, replacing Charles Oakley. 2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Away from the ball, a holding foul on Mario Elie.
Elie in here, not only to give Maxwell a rest, but also he's a very tough defender. And the one thing that Rudy Tomjanovich has to be concerned about, despite the fact that John Starks is not shooting the ball well right now, he knows how hot he can get, how quickly he can do it.
Harper freeing himself up, has a good look. And back comes Cassell. Cassell and Ellie at the guards. Olajuwon up front with Herrera and Ori. Olajuwon with the spin for Ori to the reverse. Robert Ori has come up with several big buckets. And the Rockets lead by 7. 9:34 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Well, every time Olajuwon apparently is in trouble, Robert Ori is his bailout guy. He's always moving, flashing to the basket, cutting, and Hakeem generally finds him.
Miller Genuine Draft presents Genuine Moments.
Well, tonight's Miller Moment looks at the 1988 finals between the Lakers and Pistons. The last time that an NBA Finals went 7. The game won by the Lakers, 108-105, making it 2 straight championships for the Lakers, who, of course, were coached by Pat Riley. The Lakers winning games 6 and 7 at home to prevail. In recognition of this moment, Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. And they're a key member of that Laker ball club, Irvin Magic Johnson. James Worthy with an enormous game in that 7th contest, triple-double, named the finals most valuable player back in 1988. Rockets 71 and the Knicks 64 as we resume. 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Shot clock down to 6. Harper picked off by Cassell.
And it all started with the good pressure of Cassell, and he also read the play and forced Harper into an uncomfortable position and a bad turnover.
Starks playing with 4 fouls. Olajuwon over Mason and foul. So Hakeem will go to the line. Mason called for his first personal.
Hakeem being hit and pushed by Mason, trying to knock him off the spot, but Olajuwon just keeps working, feels the body contact from Mason, and just going up there, primarily looking just to get fouled. That's what he got.
Olajuwon is 4 of 5 from the line. A very impressive stat line developing. Let's go to Ahmad Rashad.
All right, Mark, when that last time out, Pat Riley telling his team that they need to be more relentless. All the loose balls on the floor that the Rockets are getting should be the Knicks. He said they need to make a run right now. If they can do that right now, he feels that the Rockets, even though they're at home, they will get tight. Mark?
Thank you, Ahmad. Biggest lead of the game. Houston is up by 8. And again, they are on their feet at the summit. Starks rejected and fouled. He drew the double team, and the foul was called. It's on Olajuwon, number 4.
And Olajuwon stepping out to try to help out and prevent the penetration and shot by John Starks. And a good play by Starks just to lean in a little bit to draw that contact as the Knicks keep searching for a way to get John Starks going offensively. They're going to need his firepower to try and get back in this ballgame.
John Starks, 3 of 3 from the line. He has been Mr. Fourth Quarter for the New York Knicks. Last 3 games, first 3 quarters, total of 28 points. But in the fourth quarter, it has been a different story. And in Game 6, he had 16 of his 27 in the fourth and had a shot to win it all in the final seconds. Rockets by 6. 8:35 remaining in the fourth. Cassell, yes. Sam Cassell with 13 points. Rockets lead 74-66. Greg Anthony back on the floor, takes the 3. Rebounded by Mason. Starks for 3. Looked like Ori got a piece of it. And it will be Nick Ball.
Well, Sam Cassell has been brilliant in this fourth quarter at the defensive end, and he got him started off early in the fourth with scoring. And here, he just took the ball down to the baseline and shot over the smaller Greg Anthony.
Anthony and Starks now in the backcourt. Here's Starks again. So he continues to fire away. 1 for 10 for John Starks. Houston up by 8. Greg Anthony earlier had big problems with Sam Cassell. Here's Herrera, too strong, and chased down by Charles Oakley, who is back on the floor. Oakley, Ewing, Mason up front. The New York Knicks winning 57 games during the regular season, winning the Atlantic Division, second in the Eastern Conference. Knocked off the Nets in the first round, then beat Chicago, beat Indiana. Here's Oakley, cutting the lead to 6. Charles Oakley has 8 points.
Pat Riley making sure that the Knicks went inside to Ewing, would like to maybe pick up the 5th foul on Olajuwon, but the double team came. They found the open Oakley, and he finally had a good-looking shot through his hand.
Bad pass thrown by Cassell, and Cassell and Ori having a heated discussion about it.
Well, they do this a lot. It doesn't look very pretty, but this is how they communicate. And then they are good buddies when they get back into the locker room, but they should try to keep more poise out on the basketball floor. It just looks better, and it does not show the other team that you're out of sorts.
Just under 7 minutes. Remaining on the 4th. Starks setting up Anthony for 3. Greg Anthony with an open 3. And it cuts it to a 3-point Houston lead.
Well, Sam Cassell has been the guy to either go double-team Ewing inside or to help out on the penetration of Starks. And they left another shooter alone who has not been shooting well, but he nailed that.
Olajuwon on the recovery. Cassell for 3. Ewing with the save. Last touch by the Knicks. Both Anthony and Oakley diving for him.
Well, Greg Anthony going to park himself deep in the right corner. The penetration by John Starks set this all up. And so far, Cassell has been the roamer, the guy looking to help out for everybody else. Big hoop for Greg Anthony.
NBA on NBC is brought to you by cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold. By Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth. And by Nissan, it's time to expect more from a car.
Well, as we mentioned, the last time the Knicks won an NBA championship was back in the 72-73 season. Now, to put into perspective how long it's been, Richard Milhouse Nixon was president at the time. We were celebrating a ceasefire of the war in Vietnam. And a gas strike was stalling millions of motorists from their daily routine. That's back in 1973. And the city of Houston starving for a champion, deprived in football during the Earl Campbell era, again through the Warren Moon years, and the frustrations of the 1986 Houston Astros coming so close to a World Series appearance. Tonight, one champion will be crowned, and with that coronation, years of frustration will be left behind. The city of Houston can claim an AFL title back in 1960 behind George Blanda at quarterback, and the Houston Aeros of the World Hockey Association did win a championship. Olajuwon, yes. Rockets 76. The Knicks 71 with 6 minutes 15 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. A moment ago, Greg Anthony with that big 3-pointer, his first 3-pointer of the NBA Finals. Now being guarded by Kenny Smith. John Starks for 3. Cannot get off. Starks is now 1 for 11.
And that's the second good look at a 3 in a row for John Starks, and he's really fighting himself right now. He's going to have to try to keep his confidence. Interesting that Rudy T has come back with Kenny Smith. Sam Cassell getting the Rockets off to such a good start in the 4th quarter with 8 points. I think Rudy felt things coming a little bit unglued during that New York run.
So Vernon Maxwell and Kenny Smith in the backcourt. Akeem Olajuwon, Otis Thorpe, Robert Horry up front. Olajuwon lost his balance. Here comes Anthony. Starks again for 3. I don't know, Matt, you reach a point as Olajuwon was back down court. And a 20 is taken by the Knicks. Rockets by 7. I know the Knicks have stayed with the philosophy of going with John Starks, but I would think you reach a point, hey, you got to stop shooting. Timeout call, 5:28 remaining. And the 4th.
It's waving there to Ori. Stay in there. Stay in there. I'm going to stay with you right now. And Larry Smith assistant coach going up to Rudy to talk to him to give him some kind of advice.
Derek Harper back on the floor. Now he and John Starks in the back. But Ori with the steal off the pass thrown by Harper. Here's Smith going right at Harper. And knocked out of bounds by Oakley, who felt the pressure from Ori.
Well, Robert Ori has been going hard to the glass there. May have been a little contact in the back of Oakley. The Knicks have been very fierce going to the glass. As that a bad pass there by Harper, as the pass should have been thrown to the outside hand of John Starks. Just a poor one on the inside.
4:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Rockets with the ball. They lead by 7. Elijah now played by Oakley. Elijah rebound fought, and they'll reset. Only the third offensive rebound by the Rockets. Elijah will account. Foul before the shot attempt. The beautiful head fake by Elijah made his way around Oakley and took the kick.
Well, we've seen Akeem make this spin move on the other side of the floor. That is just a lightning quick catch and go move that Oakley cannot just catch up with, as Rudy Tomjanovich would have rather had the made field goal than the foul and the ball out of bounds, obviously.
Non-shooting foul. Knicks with their 14th foul. Rockets have 3. Elijah and it's rebounded by Mason. Oakley went down, but apparently he's all right. Hobbling his way back up court. 3:35 to go in the fourth. Starks that time hesitated. He had the shot. Ewing comes up short. Rebound Starks. John Starks able to convert the offensive rebound. And it brings the Knicks within 5.
Well, when you get that open court, you can't hesitate. I don't care how many you miss. If you're a shooter, shoot the ball. There's no question John Starks is thinking, but he got a tremendous break there of getting the ball back and laying it in.
We're approaching 3 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. 7th and final game of the NBA Finals. Smith had to force it. The shot clock running down. Ewing for Starks. Starks off the dribble. Oh! Rebound Oakley, and he's fouled. Elijah going for the block. And the foul has been called. That is number 5 on Elijah. Timeout taken. We'll be right back. Only 2:51 remaining in the fourth. Another close game as we go down to the stretch. Only once has there been a series where every game was decided by 10 points or less. That's been the case in this series. You'd have to go back to 1955, Syracuse and Fort Wayne. That was the first year of the 24-second shot clock. The foul rundown. 4 apiece on Starks and Oakley. 5 apiece on Ori and Elijah
And a storm telling us during that timeout. Rudy Tomjanovich warning Akeem Olajuwon, do not foul. We need you in this ballgame. Now, with him having 5, the Knicks probably should look inside. Not probably. They should look inside to Patrick Ewing, see what he's got. If he gets the double team, then make the quick pass out of there, another pass, and the Knicks will get a good-looking shot.
The Knicks have 3 timeouts left. The Rockets 2 out of 20. Both teams have 4 team fouls. Charles Oakley on the line for the first time. And he has been a solid free throw shooter. 78% during the season for Oakley at the line. Charles hanging in there despite assorted injuries. 9 points, 12 rebounds, 4-point Houston lead. The Rockets 78, the Knicks 75. Some pressure by the Knicks. Ori back to help, and Smith throws it across. Smith and Maxwell in the backcourt. Elijah Ori, court, up front. Past couple of years, Kenny Smith has rarely been on the floor in final minutes of the game. It's usually been Scott Brooks or Sam Cassett. Elijah with 25. And the Rockets have an 80-75 lead. Now to 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. in the fourth quarter. Ewing with the pick. Gets a pick and roll. Olajuwon had to let him go. Fourth with the rebound. Olajuwon stepped away.
And the Knicks like to go to that little fake screen and roll where just Ewing dives to the basket. He was a little bit tentative with the shot.
We're under 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Olajuwon changed his mind. Maxwell for three. Vernon Maxwell from downtown. And the Rockets now lead 83-75. Timeout called by the Knicks. A minute 48 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Well, the Rockets continue to go to Olajuwon. He was pushed out by Ewing, and he now has been kicking the ball all over, and I mean kicking it out for open shots as Maxwell, one of his rare threes in this series, and maybe the biggest one.
Vernon Maxwell turning it around. 6 of 10 from the field for 16 points.
You want to know how Maxwell got free? Olajuwon with the ball here, and John Starks looking to help here, and it's going to just leave Maxwell open just enough to get a clear look over the outstretched arm of John Starks.
Vernon Maxwell hitting his second from downtown this evening. 16 points in all. The Rocket backcourt has turned it around here tonight. The Knicks have hit only one for the last 7. 2 timeouts remaining for the Knicks. 2 and 20 for the Rockets. 8-point Houston lead. A minute 40 to go. And a foul is called. Ewing was trying to set up down low. And Maxwell called for his second.
Same kind of defense that the Rockets went to in Game 6 very late, switching to Olajuwon was outside on John Starks and with Maxwell inside on Patrick Ewing. Patrick telling John Starks, throw that ball up higher where I can see it coming so I can catch and make my quick move.
Ewing is 2 of 4 at the line, and from time to time he has had problems in closing minutes of games. Rockets are now over the foul limit. Ewing hitting 1 of 2. The Rockets 83, the Knicks 76. Minute 35 remaining, fourth quarter. Rockets would like to take some time here. The next Knick foul would put them over the limit. Shot clock at 5. Shot clock at 3. Olajuwon with the fadeaway. Rebound Mason. A minute 10 remaining. The Knicks trailing by 7. Here's Harper. And Hugh Evans telling Rudy Tomjanovich, it's my call and the call against the Rockets. Hugh hesitated for a moment as he looked at the Houston bench. And Harper will go to the line. A foul on Smith.
Well, Derek Harper in all kinds of trouble here on his penetration, has nowhere to go. And they're actually, I think they're calling that on Kenny Smith from behind as Harper ran into Robert Horry. They're saying Smith pushed him from behind.
Harper only a 69% free throw shooter during the season. He's 4 of 5 tonight. It has been a superb NBA Finals series for Derek Harper. He has been the most valuable Knick. 20 points for the game. Rockets by 5. We come up on 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Tripping foul called on Starks. That is his 5th foul. So the Knicks are now over the limit with 52 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Maxwell trying to turn the corner on John Starks. He had a hand check, a little foot in there to trip, and Maxwell has struggled throughout this series from the free throw line.
And Vernon Maxwell is 2 of 3 at the line tonight. During the season, a 75% shooter.
But just 57% in this series.
The Rockets, 84. The Knicks, 78. 45 seconds remaining in the fourth. Starks for 3. Rebound. Tied up. And a jump ball is called. Rudy Tomjanovich had to be restrained as he reacted to that call.
He was banging away with Scott Brooks there as he wanted the foul called. Now he starts pushing away at little Scott Brooks, who had nothing to do with it.
Oakley and Horry on the tip. Controlled by the Knicks. Starks again for 3. And a foul against the Knicks. John Starks is now 2 for 17. Oakley called for his 5th foul. And the Knicks are now 2 of 17 from downtown. Starks now with this shot, Matt, 0 for 10 from three-point land.
And that's exactly where he tried to get the game winner and the NBA championship winner in Game 6, the one that was blocked by Olajuwon. Here he had to give a little double kick in the air to get it up, as obviously his shot just not there. Even the ones where he had good looks and got up in the air nicely, wouldn't fall for him. One of those just sick, sad nights for John Starks.
Otis Thorpe only a 66% free throw shooter. 31 seconds remaining. And Thorpe misses both. Timeout taken by the Knicks. The Rockets 84, the Knicks 78. We'll be right back. The Knicks with only 1 field goal the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. The perimeter shooting has been their major problem right through the season. John Starks, though, 2 for 17, 0 for 10 from beyond the three-point arc. The Knicks shooting only 39% for the game. Rockets at 34 of 73, 47%. 31 and 6/10 seconds remaining. The Houston Rockets seeking their first ever NBA championship. It is Nick Ball. Rockets lead by 6 points. The Knicks have 1 timeout left. Rockets have 2 and a 20. Olajuwon moving out on Harper. Here's Hubert Davis, who just checked in. 3-point attempt. And back comes Kenny Smith. The Houston Rockets 15 seconds away from an NBA championship. The foul against the Knicks, who are over the limit. Charles Oakley called for his 6th.
John Starks having another good look, and this thing falls about 5 feet short as nobody appeared to hit his arm. And it has just been unbelievable, and people are probably wondering what in the world is Pat Riley doing staying with John Starks in this ballgame. It's only something, Pat will handle it very well, but when you have confidence in a player, a guy that was injured and fought so hard to come back, and a guy who has been your big fourth quarter guy, you don't want to quit on him in any situation. So in Pat Riley's case, he's trying to show Johnny has the confidence, but it has just been an awful, awful night.
Also, Matty has no other choices because obviously he's lost confidence in Hubert Davis. He has to stay with Starks, but I think many of Starks' shots will be questioned. 15 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Rockets lead 86-78. Back after this from your local station, York Knicks. It is game number 107, a season that began back on the 7th of October. And that tells the story. There will not be a fifth championship for Pat Riley. 15 seconds remaining. Rockets lead 86-78. The Houston Rockets on their way to their first ever NBA title. That's a three-pointer. 11 seconds to go. And the Rockets are now up by 5. And the foul was called on Harper, his fourth.
Well, Hubert Davis getting open out on that right wing and has really struggled in this series. Making that three-point shot. Talking about the woes of the New York Knicks, you got to give a lot of credit to these Houston Rockets. Hakeem Olajuwon, not only scoring, but moving the basketball, getting the ball open. And probably the biggest shot of this game was the three-pointer that Maxwell made.
John Starks finally able. Let's see, Starks now 2 of 18 from the field overall. Maxwell with 19 points. Time is running out. And again, the Knicks able to hit down the stretch. Harper with 23. It's a 4-point lead. 4 6/10 seconds remaining.
Foul is called on New York 44, Hubert Davis.
And the foul on Hubert Davis.
Well, Derek Harper just rushing up the floor. Kenny Smith backing up, making sure no foul there. And it's amazing how quickly an 8-point lead can start to slip away. But if you go down and make your free throws, as Maxwell is doing right now, this one is over.
So Vernon Maxwell 6 of 7 from the line. Making 7 of 8, 21 points. Rockets again by 6. Time running out on the New York Knicks. The Houston Rockets are the 1993-94 NBA champions. Celebrating with her husband, Rudy. And the city of Houston has won its first major championship. They have defeated the New York Knicks in 7. And eventually we will have the trophy presentation, and for the first time it will take place out on the court. That is, if they do clear the court here at the Summit. Hakeem Olajuwon will wear an NBA championship ring for the very first time. And it should be the hat trick for Hakeem. Most valuable player during the regular season, the defensive player of the year, and undoubtedly the MVP of the finals. The Houston Rockets, the third team in NBA history to come back after being down 3-2 by winning games 6 and 7 at home, as they defeat the Knicks 90-84. The celebration continues. And we'll be back with the trophy presentation here at the Summit in just a moment.
Miller Genuine Draft, proud sponsor of the NBA, salutes the world champion Houston Rockets. The NBA and Miller Genuine Draft, making the world a very cool place.
Myers triggers the inbounds pass. Who goes for the win?
Gets into the head of Gary. Too far ahead. He saves it. He'll lay it in.
Fast break down to Weber.
Look out behind the back. What a play by Weber.
Matumbo embraces the ball and the unlikely upset. What?
A wild scene here on the court at the Summit in Houston. The celebration continuing. Sam Cassell being hugged by Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. The Houston Rockets defeating the New York Knicks with a solid performance. The final 90-84. Hakeem Olajuwon, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Matt, despite the fact that he picked up a 5th foul with much time remaining, he was able to hang in. And the Rockets got the big play from the backcourt right from the start. That's something they did not have earlier in the series.
Well, you got to be happy for that backcourt, Mark, because they were much maligned throughout this whole series. Derek Harper and John Starks were having their way with him. Derek Harper had a very solid ball game tonight. John Starks just never could get it going. But you got to be happy for Vernon Maxwell, Kenny Smith, and Sam Cassell, along with Hakeem Olajuwon. They just did an outstanding job.
And for a Western Conference team, the first NBA title since 1988. And they're set here in Houston, the Houston Chronicle, reading champions. There it is, first major championship for a Houston franchise. In a moment, we will have the trophy presentation. We'll try to sort things out on the court. We'll be back with all the festivities right after these messages.
Trophy will be presented live on the court, where your Houston Rockets have just won their first NBA championship. NBA Commissioner David Stern is about to present the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy to Rockets owner Les Alexander, Coach Rudy Tomjanovich, and team captains Hakeem Olajuwon and Otis Thorpe. And now, Commissioner David Stern.
Two inspired teams showed America and the world about pride, hustle, and determination. But there can only be one champion. And congratulations to the 1994 NBA World Champion, Houston Rockets. Congratulations to Les Alexander, the entire Rockets organization, and to the city of Houston, Texas, or shall I say, Clutch City. Congratulations.
The trophy transfer in these close quarters could be difficult, but a successful handoff from Stern to Alexander. Rookie owner, Les, this might be the NBA's best rookie season since Magic Johnson in 1980.
This is for the fans of Houston, the fans of the Rockets all over the world. They deserve it and they got it. And the players have been unbelievable and the coaches have been just as good. It's really fantastic for the city of Houston.
Rudy Tomjanovich, you have lived in Houston most of your adult life. What does this mean, not just to your team, but do you think to this city?
Well, Houston, you wanted this for so long, you finally got it. I'm proud to be a part of the team that got it for you. And when I say team, I mean it in the true sense of the word. These guys went out and did it together. We've got the best player in the league, but we've got a lot of great players. We couldn't have did it if we didn't do it together.
You play all year for home court advantage. Now the home team has won the last 20 straight seventh games. What did the Summit mean tonight?
Well, it meant everything. These people have been so good to us. When we were down, they were down at the airport to pick us up. We love you!
You came back from down 0-2 going to Phoenix after blowing two big leads here. You came back here down 3-2 to the Knicks. I guess Clutch City applies.
Well, I tell you what, this was the most nerve-wracking playoffs I've ever seen in my life. Every game went down to the last quarter, last couple of plays. I'm just so happy to be on top.
This is your second full season as a head coach. How long could you last if they were all this taxing?
Not too long. Just let me say this. I thank the players for being such a great team. I've got to thank my assistant coaches, Carol, Bill, Larry, Robert, Jim, Joe, Coach Ed, Killer, all right.
One last question, Rudy, before we hear from Hakeem Olajuwon, who was the regular season MVP and now I'm told is the unanimous MVP of this series. You used to say that you studied Pat Riley. You used to say you studied Pat Riley when you were a scout. You went against Riley in this series. A great job he has done with the Knicks. Some thoughts on your opposition in this series?
Well, we respected them. You know, that we're very similar, so we had to respect them because we're just like them. He's a great coach. It's an honor to just get a win, but it's not a personal thing ever. It was the Knicks against Houston.
Rudy, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Ahmad Rashad, who is with Hakeem Olajuwon. Ahmad.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. A lot of people in Houston thought that for this team it was destiny, but it was more than that. It was great play by a great team who is now the NBA champion, Hakeem.
Well, finally, I just want to thank God that He has given us this opportunity. And playing together as a team, you know, I still can't believe that we have won the championship.
You know, a lot of people talk about your play, your calmness this year, but the guys around you also came along very strong.
Well, you know, just teamwork. Teamwork, that's the key. I just like to thank all my teammates for the great job. Kenny Smith, Maxwell, they did a wonderful job tonight.
Well, when you talk about earlier on in the series, they talked about the guards took a lot of heat, but you guys came back strong today.
Well, I told Vernon, you know, main thing that we had to do was concentrate on these last two games, and God is willing if anything's able. So it's a great feeling right now.
All right, for Vernon, to you, what a wonderful game you played today, totally under control, and that big, huge three-pointer in the fourth quarter.
Well, Dream made a good pass to me, and the clock was going down, and I just cut the shot with a lot of confidence and knocked down a big shot.
And I would like to be the first to congratulate you on winning the NBA championship, Vernon.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We worked so hard for it, and we're going to celebrate right now. Thank you, Amar.
All right, we will be back with more of the celebration and more interviews when we return to the summit here in Houston, Texas. Come back to the summit where the Houston Rockets have just won the NBA championship. I'm joined now by Sam Cassell and Otis Thorpe. And Sam, there was so much said early on in this series about the New York Knicks guards outplaying the Houston guards.
Well, that was true, but we just wanted to show the New York Knicks guards that we are capable guards who can go out and have a big night and a night too.
Yeah, but now you being a rookie, you did not play like a rookie the entire playoffs.
I don't feel like a rookie now. I played 105 games. My teammates has a lot of confidence in me on the court, so I just go out and do what I got to do.
All right, congratulations to you on being a champion.
Thank you, baby.
All right, OT.
Yeah.
You had a long road. You started off playing Buck Williams, and then you had Charles Barkley, and then you had Karl Malone, and now Mason and Oakley. It's got to be strong for you.
Well, it's pretty strong, but right now I'm happier with what I got right now. We won the championship. That's the most important thing.
When Hakeem was named MVP, he credited his teammates, that it was an award for the entire team, and you guys played like that the entire way.
Oh, definitely. When Hakeem came out, and he started out the year great, but we just circled around him and just tried to do what we can. Everything blended in together. Without that chemistry, we wouldn't be where we are today. Hakeem did a great job this year, and I think everybody did a great job also.
Now, the Knicks had outscored you guys in every game in the fourth quarter. What was your feeling going into the fourth quarter tonight?
I think we felt very comfortable out here on our floor. We definitely wanted the championship. We knew we had 12 minutes to go. It was just a matter of going out there executing and just playing some defense.
You think in terms of respect that you guys, now that you've won a championship, you get it throughout the league now?
If we don't get it, something's wrong. Because right now we're the world's champs, and we're the best team out right now. And we feel proud of that. The city feel proud of it, and we're going to live up to it too.
All right, congratulations to you.
Thanks. Can I say hi to everybody back in Florida? What's up?
You may do that. Now we will take a moment. We'll go over to Hannah Storm, who is outside the Knicks locker room. Hannah?
All right, actually, we're coming in the Knicks locker room right now to talk to Coach Pat Riley. Pat, we're live on the air. If you can come up here, please. You have focused for 3 years on winning a championship with your team. To come this close in this tightly contested finals and then not win the championship, what did you tell your guys afterwards?
Well, you know, the first thing that I want to do, and, you know, the Houston Rockets are so deserving of it, and they won it. They did what they had to do to win it. I want to congratulate Rudy and their organization and their players, and, you know, they can walk proud with this accomplishment. They played a hell of a team, and I know it's a tough time for us. We've had a long, hard road, played 24 or 25 out of the 26 playoff games, and And there's nothing that I could really say to the guys because, there isn't any solace that I can give them because this is a very personal thing that they have to go through. But I've never been prouder of a group of guys and the effort they made. And, we will continue to work at this thing. And one day we'll be up there holding the trophy.
Coach, John Starks had been so instrumental in bringing the series to a 7th game. Because he had been so important, did you feel like you had to stay with him even though he wasn't hitting tonight?
Yes. You go with your guys that got you here. And John is the kind of player that's so explosive. Had we had any kind of an edge where we had some airspace, maybe I could have given him a rest, but we were always fighting from behind. And it came down to a great hook by Akeem, and then Maxwell's 3 really almost put the game out of reach. At that particular time, we had an opportunity.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations on a fine season. Marv?
All right, Hannah, we are in the midst of the confetti that has come down from up above here. A wild celebration at the summit in Houston. Akeem Olajuwon, as you are well aware, winning MVP honors. And what a fitting conclusion to a magnificent season for Akeem.
Well, Marv, this all started about a year and a half ago when the Rockets were 14 and 16, and Rudy Tomjanovich convinced Akeem Olajuwon that he was going to have to trust his teammates if things were going to turn around from the Rockets. He convinced him, and it happened.
Akeem Olajuwon finishing up with 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists for the series, average just under 27 points per game. A sporadic series for Patrick Ewing, who had the 2 poor shooting performances and had some tough moments down the stretch. And among the great centers who never won a title, Patrick Ewing remains in the group, along with Bob Lanier and David Robinson, who has only played 5 years in the NBA, and the name Akeem Olajuwon is lifted from that particular core. So, the Houston Rockets knock off the New York Knicks in 7. They are the 93-94.
Marv, thanks a lot. And as always, Marv Albert along with Matt Gukas calling the heck out of what turned out to be a very dramatic, exciting, and closely contested NBA Finals. Before we wrap things up by talking about the Rockets, a word here about the Knicks. You've heard the Pat Riley quote, in the NBA, there is winning and misery, nothing else. And you know there's misery in that Knick locker room right now. And Pat Riley holds himself to a standard much higher than anyone else would expect of him or his team. You hope, though, when the misery fades, some satisfaction, maybe not the ultimate satisfaction, but some satisfaction will set in. Because if the essence of coaching is maximizing strengths and minimizing weaknesses, that's what he did all season long, right down to the final game. But a limited team saw its flaws catch up with it. They don't have that many options. And tonight, Starks and Ewing came up empty. Ewing 7 for 17 and Starks 2 for 18. As for the Rockets, this is an early edition of the Houston Chronicle. Literally fresh off the presses. And I guess, I'm told in my ear here, while I was running up from the court, Marv showed it to you, so he scooped me again. The Rockets were the best team at the start of the year. They won 15 straight right out of the gate. They are the best team at the end of the year, if only barely, right down to the wire, a 7-game victory over the Knicks. So that wraps up the season of coverage of the NBA. Let's hope I remember all the names for Ahmad Rashad and Hannah Storm and Pete Bessie and Bill Walton, Dr. J, Matt Gukas, Marv Albert. I'm Bob Costas. Good night. Congratulations to the Rockets, and so long from Houston, where the Rockets reign as the champions of the NBA.